Right, guys, I think we're live. Just gonna bob my camera on. If someone can just chuck me a quick text, I'll bob something in the chat bar if you can hear me okay. Not the best with this technical stuff, so just making sure that we're live and people can see what's going on. People still streaming in, so all good. So we'll make a start. So thank you for taking the time out again. Happy Mother's Day to anyone on the call who's a mom. And basically what I want to share tonight is a little bit about taking action and momentum. I think for me, the key in this business being the main word, you've got to get momentum. And what I want to share first is the power of events. You're going to see that we've been really getting behind the Leon event, and not many people have got on board in what we're trying to achieve with that. So what I want to first go into before the main core of my training tonight is utilize that event. The main convention which we're leading to there is powerful. I always say that I made my major decision to really go out and build this thing at a major event because you're around people who've made it happen, made it work, and it just builds that belief level. And some of you who are new, who are watching, either watch the replay, watching it live right now, and then you've got to go on blind faith that I'm not going to tell you to invest in tickets and traveling to there if it doesn't warrant it. And for me, over the years in network marketing, I've seen events build not only people's businesses, but just everything. It just builds the belief. And we talked about last week, we talked about having a strong why. And if anything, I hope that you've written that down and you've got that strong and you understand that why you're in this business, okay? You want that little bit more. And I hope that's a little bit more clear from last week. What I do recommend to do, take notes and also listen back. We should all have the cash cow either on CD, or the MP3. Is listen to the power of events on there, because he really hits home the reason why, not just taking my word for it, but listening to from the man himself, Alton Buggs, why we should be building the business and going to events. But Organo Gold have actually put on a sale today and tomorrow. The tickets are cheap. I think there's 300 tickets. I'm led to believe that are on a discounted rate. I see Susan's made the commitment, so well done. But the key with this, guys, is treat it as a business. I've got some notes here that I write down. It's number one, we've got to get to convention. We've got to hit the major event. I mean, they've put that on for a reason, but be responsible. Okay, don't just look for me to promote the event. Don't just look up to promote the event. Get after it yourself. Take responsibility. Think forward, because you'll hear it in this. Okay, you go alone and you learn a lot. You go with a group of people and you earn a lot. And remember, this is your business, so expose the event to your group. Let them know, okay, whether that's putting incentives on or whatever that might be. Just let the group know that the major event's coming up, okay? 17th to 19th of April, Lyon, France. We're going as a group. And have that number down on your notes. Write down how many people out of your group will be going to the major event, okay? I've said then, never come alone, and lead by example. If you've not booked, okay, we've got leaders on the call. I'll call a few people out, not by name, but they'll be promoting the event, but they've not booked the tickets themselves yet. And for me, you can't do that in this, okay? You can't just point the finger and say, do this and do that. You've got to actually lead by example, get the tickets booked and get moving forward with that. So like I said, get to convention. I'm not going to go too much about this tonight. Get the tickets booked. The hotels, the flights, we'll sort all that out. My passport's actually run out, so I've had to send for that off. I'm probably going to travel to Liverpool to get that done. But listen, we'll make it happen. Just remember, get them booked tonight and get it in the group. Okay, build the belief, and everything leads to that event. But so here we go. Let me just get my notes sorted. So my goal today is really, like I said, getting that momentum going and taking the action to make something happen and building your business one step at a time. Okay, we've got such a simple system and blueprint in place. and it'll never be the perfect time to build this. There can be always something that comes up, something that crops up, but you've just got to go after it, okay? And I always say, fail forward. Don't be afraid to fail, okay? Don't be afraid to have people say no or not right now. You've just got to go out there and treat it like a business, because I found that you'll always find an excuse, and you've got to put them to one side and really go out there and build it, okay? Following the system, okay? And you've got to have that belief that, okay, you want to see yourself moving forward, and you can see that, envision that, okay? Go out there and build it the way you want to build it, and that's different for everybody. Keep in touch with your coach. I'm massive on communication, mate, and like I said, we do Uvus all the time, phone calls, because I want to help people. We want to move away from just the recruiting mode, okay? We don't just go out there and recruit, okay? We're not going to make any money or build any sustainable business from just recruiting. The key in this is sponsoring, coaching, mentoring, because that's the only way that you'll build a solid foundation, okay? We know people will come in and people will leave, but the key for me is to be that sponsor. And I've got here, most of you, okay, will spend the large amount of your time, okay, majority, and you'll have people in your group doing this, talking about what they're going to do, okay, and you need to get out of that rut or that talking method and go out right now, okay, and let's make something happen as a group right now. We've got a massive opportunity with this, and we say that all the time, and for me, we've got the simplest product ever designed for network marketing, and it's just a case of going out there and sharing the product stuff and sharing the opportunity. And don't get lost in the activities that aren't income producing activities. You want to write down your notes here. How many income producing activities are you doing on a daily basis to build your business? Flyers, business cards, posters, Facebook posts, all this to me are not income producing activities. Sampling, phone calls, home events, invitations to webinars. These are all pieces that you want to put together that are income producing. And what I found is that you kind of, the business cards and the flyers and all that's just putting off the activity. And the activity is what's going to get you that momentum and start taking action now. And for me, if we're not going to make a commitment to this business, that's 100% fine. But don't moan how it's not working. Don't moan to your sponsor or your coach how it's not working, when most people haven't even written a list. And that's one thing that we're not going to, this is another call, but the 4 steps of success are there for a solid reason. And I've worked through these 4 steps in depth, okay? And I'm just looking in front of me here is my monthly achievement planner. If you've not got these, get on your back office and get them, and make sure you work through the 4 steps with your new starters, okay? Get them confident and comfortable with those 4 steps. Don't just send them to OG Dave Caffey, which is a great tool, okay? Don't get me wrong, but this is about the relationship game and building that trust and working through it with them. You know what I mean? We want to work through the list of contacts together, okay? We're going to learn the sampling process together. We're going to get your new starter 10 serviceable customers their first day, and this is all going to build belief, okay? And like I said, we can build a business here that anybody can start, okay? We have a universal business concept, okay? It doesn't matter. I love this picture. If you look at the Success from Home picture right there, such a wide variety of races, and male and female, and age category as well. And it just shows that Organo Gold is a universal business platform with, to me, the easiest product ever designed for networking. And I always say that because anybody can sell coffee. Absolutely anybody can sell coffee. You've just got to take that first step. And the how-to stuff, okay? Most people say, listen, how do you invite? How do you do a CGM? That how-to stuff will be easy once you make that commitment to just start and take that first step, and go after it. And for me, I've got here, just referring to my notes, most people have failed to move forward, I believe, in this business. It's through, not, mocker is a strong word, but okay, that they're so made up what other people are going to think. Okay, that coffee thing, I always share that joke, okay, coffee selling, how do you make money in coffee, blah, blah, blah. But okay, you want to know why I sell coffee? Okay, because people buy coffee, and that's the biggest reason for me when I looked at this. Okay, like I said, not to blow my own trumpet, but 2 years ago I was living with my mom, okay, in a single bed, and right now I'm in my own house now, my office, and got a car that I've paid for, and all these things, and that was just because I had the belief to get started. Okay, and trust me, you might think now, and I use Ben as the example, that everything's just easy. We go to meetings and everyone signs up, or we make a call and everyone buys coffee. It's just not like that. You don't see the meetings that I attended where no one showed up. You don't see the CGMs where no one signed up. You don't see the webinars where no one attended. But I kept going. I kept failing forward. I drove to Durham, which is a 3-hour drive for me, and no one showed up. And these are the things that I don't say. You don't see me venting or being angry, because I've started with the end in mind. I look at this and I ask myself the question, well, why can't I build a business like that? And you've got to be like that yourself. There's no reason why you can't build an empire with this. You can't build a distributor base. You can't build whatever you're looking to build, whether that's £500, 1,500, whatever. Okay, just you've got to take that first step. And like I've said here, people buy coffee and they buy it every single month, and that's exactly why I'm in that business. And our goal, we've said this all along, is to capture that 1%, and to do that as a group. Okay, the elite network's got to follow the system. We've got to commit to meetings. We've got to commit to building a list. We've got to commit to getting us 10 customers. I guarantee the people, ask yourself the question tonight, have you got your 10 customers? Because if you've not got your 10 customers, I guarantee your organization, your group will not do the same. Okay, they will not do that. And I've got here, let's decide as a group to dominate this. Okay, we are in a market, okay, the coffee market, network marketing, specifically in the UK, we're in a market that's unlimited. And I don't see any other business model that can create wealth like this. We've got the blueprint together. We've got the 4 steps. We've got the sampling. We've got the 2020 plan. Okay, I'm gonna play tonight some archive training by Holton Buggs on the importance of the Star Achiever. So this Sunday night platform we've got going on right now, this is for us leaders, okay, and this is for people who are wanting to get after it, wanting to treat it like a business. So take notes and make sure you feed this back to your success team, okay? And like I said, the types of products we have, anyone can sell and share. It's easy to sell, and it's easy for people to go and buy it. And for me, it's recession proof. Okay, so let's go out. It's a call of action tonight for me. We have a strong core group now, and I want to go out now and make sure we all share this. And let's not get lost in business cards, flyers, and Facebook spamming. Okay, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for. Just use the system and stick to the plan. Okay, and don't get in this business because I'm telling you to do it. Don't just get inspired by the webinars and this. You want to get in it for you and go out and build this business for you, your family. Okay, and I just want to tell you straight that, trust me, if you've been in the business for more than a month, more than 30 days, and you've done the 4 steps, and you can honestly say you've done the 4 steps to every single T, to every single bullet point that you see on there, you should be Sapphire. And I believe that. I believe if you've built your list of 50 and 50, you've learned 4 questions, you're on a correct authorship, you've done your 4 events, and you're doing 4 a week there, and then you should be Sapphire. And that is what I firmly believe. And like I've said, let's take the product, let's take the opportunity to the people. That's why step 4 in terms of the home event is so important, because you're having physical interaction. I'm traveling, I'm meeting people. Don't just look at what I'm doing there and think you've got to do that. Start with your neighbors, start with the people I call a power base. A big thing for me is reactivating your power base. You want to share this with friends and family, and don't just think you've got to put the opportunity down the throat. Okay, you've got a product that can benefit everybody. You've got a health and wellness product infused in coffee, and for me it makes perfect sense. So let's take the product, let's take the opportunity, instead of just hoping people return our texts or respond to a Facebook post. Let's go to them. That's the genius of this model. The reason why this business model works so well is we take the products to the people, and the home event or the meetings in hotels, whatever you want to do and comfortable with, do that. And then help your team, okay? And don't think you've got to have a huge team. It starts with just one. It starts with just one, and if you use the system correctly, they're going to write down with you 50 coffee drinkers and 50 opportunity seekers, and that's how you network, okay? It starts with one. So help your team get moving and get them getting momentum, okay? And you need to try this business before you say you can't do it. Most people probably make a mental list of 1 or 2 people, and you want to make sure that you've got that list of 50, okay? And that is the key, and it's just a case then of simple repetition over and over and over again. And again, how do you know until you've tried it? Most people get into this and don't even build and don't even work through the 4 steps before they've quit. And it's a shame. And I always put that down to that it's probably such a small investment and people can easily back out. But go out there. This is where, before I let the Star Achiever training kick on, go out there and sample more people. This is the people business, and the more people that you get in front of, the easier it is. I've got here, have more meetings in your front room, share your passion, share your product, and don't be so hooked up or so obsessed with how you speak or how your presentation goes down. Because when I got started, I didn't know any of the plan. I just let people know exactly what I was doing, why I was excited, and went from there. And you can succeed in this, okay? If you want to get ahead and make this happen tonight, make sure you're aligned with the 4 steps. OrganoGold works. We talk about that. It's the #1 ranked momentum company in network marketing. There's so many success stories that are coming from it. And we know why that is, because they're sticking to a basic system. The only question tonight is, can you implement the business plan? It's not a question if OrganoGold works or this and that. It's a case of, are you following the plan? And don't get so et up if you bring someone in and they don't make it happen straight away. Go out and just find more people. Keep the positive vibes going. Keep it working like that. Because like I said, it's not a question if it works or the products work. That's all old stuff. We know that's not an issue. Okay, are you going to commit and are you going to go do it? And will you work the plan? Will you work the 2020 plan, bringing in 20 people left, 20 people right? Okay, the company's just invested 250 million in a brand new facility in the company. Okay, so this is going to go to the billions, this, okay? And tonight it's not really a case of how to. The how-to stuff for me is the simplicity of this. There's no need for high-level trainings. This is pretty much a call to action tonight, okay? And stop the belly aching, be positive. And you have to go out and find ways to make this happen. And again, it's not all sunshines and rainbows and no businesses, but it's the fairest business model in the world for me, because everyone starts with no customers. Everyone starts with the exact same opportunity. So you make a commitment, okay? And the most important recruit, I find, and if you take any notes tonight, take this down. The most important recruit to get on side is yourself. And once you've recruited yourself, you can recruit anybody, because that's the belief. And the people who are saying no to you today, if you get that belief in your mind, in your heart, wherever, then you go and have the exact same conversation. They're going to know that, they're going to feel that, and they're going to get involved. So that's basically what I wanted to touch on tonight. To create momentum, just make sure you're aligned with these 4 steps. Because I found that everyone who aligns themselves with the 4 steps without shortcutting anything has made it happen. And like I said, everyone who I've worked with personally, they've gone Sapphire if they've done exactly the 4 steps. There's only a select few that I can say have done that. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share the Star Achiever training, because what we've got coming up at 9 o'clock is, it was a selective training. The reason why I made it a selective training is that it's talking about closing meetings. And for people who aren't Star Achiever or Gold Pack consultants, you're not going to probably be able to implement the information in that. Okay, but what I'm going to do, we did advertise it as a Star Achiever and a Gold Pack consultant training, but I will open it up. That's going to be at 9 o'clock. And the thing with that is, I'm not going to be on that because I'm taking notes as well. It's a training that was for the Ruby Retreat in Vegas. But what I'm going to do now is stress the importance of the Star Achiever. So there's going to be a little section now, about 10-15 minutes, on the Star Achiever program. It is a little bit of dated information. So if he speaks about anything in the past, don't look past that. All I want you to do here is understand why the Star Achiever is in place. So guys, I'm going to play that. Block my video out. Here we go.
Always clues. Success always leaves clues. So that third aspect of our business, guess what we've got it here at Organo Gold? You know, one of the most important things that we've actually launched is what we call the Star Achievers program. That Star Achievers program, ladies and gentlemen, it is the deal. Most of you, when you joined, you said, I want to be able to build something for a short period of time, and I want to be able to take the rest of my life off if I want to. I can tell you right now, you don't need 1,000 people in your organization to be a blue diamond if you understand Star Achievers. Star Achievers program is the most significant, most important program that we've actually launched in Organo Gold, I believe, in the history of our business. It's more important, it's more effective than even our car bonus. And Star Achievers, what is Star Achievers? Star Achievers means that in your business, making your business center work. See, remember, you can't get your others to replicate and duplicate if yours doesn't work. If your business center doesn't work. How do you make your business center work? First of all, you've got to become qualified. Everybody understands that. You become qualified. You have a pack. You've actually generated, become activated your system with one of the bronze, silver, gold packs. You get one sponsor on your left, one sponsor on your right, you're qualified. From that point on, making your business work, you should have 450 personal qualifying volume go through your business every single month. Every single month. We tell you, get 10 customers. That's part of the 4 steps. That's part of the 4 steps. Part of step number 2, get 10 customers. Get 10 serviceable customers. Now that we have our coffee connoisseur program, you can have those. We were just checking the numbers, and we're looking at thousands of customers right now that we've actually added within the first couple of weeks, almost 10,000.
Just to point out there, we have not got that, so that's just in the States only.
Customers that were added to the Coffee Connoisseur program. Why? Now that Coffee Connoisseur program is taken over and is doing all of the retail business for those distributors who've actually done the work. We've got distributors who've gotten 10, 15, 20, 30 customers into the Coffee Connoisseur program. They no longer have to go and do that work anymore. Their retail work really is almost done because somebody now is going to service those customers. Organo Gold is. Now they can focus on building and developing their network to teach others to do the exact same thing. Okay? Just by focusing on becoming a Star Achiever. I can tell you right now, to me, a Star Achiever is just as significant, is just as important as, a sapphire, ruby, emerald, diamond. Now, obviously, a diamond represents someone who's going out doing the #1 lifestyle in the world, and they are effectively building the Star Achievers program. Same thing with emerald and ruby. But you know what? Which comes first, the first step or the second? The first step. First step, guys, you've got to become a star. Okay? How can you become a diamond? Why should you want to become a diamond if you can't become a star? If you want to become a star, and if you want to teach others to become stars, you got to become a star. So I make sure that I'm servicing at least 10 customers per week. I got a customer during Thanksgiving. Who was it? It was a contractor at my house. I gave them a sample. The last time I was out at my house in California, they came back and said, listen, I'm coming back. And I'm like, hey, listen, we're finished with our contract. He says, no, I'm coming back because I'll need more of those capsules that you gave me. Okay? And more of that coffee. And I, you know what? Set them up to become a customer. He says, well, you know what? If I want to buy wholesale, can I do that? Yeah, you can become a distributor if you want to. Well, he started as a customer. Okay? Why? Because I'm making sure I make mine work. My 450 goes in every month. Actually, mine is 1,200 to anywhere from 12 to 2,000 per month. Because I got to make sure that I set the proper example. Okay? And so 450 in your personal circle, you've got to learn how to make it work for you. Become a Star Achiever. Now, once you do that, and you do it consecutively, Organo Gold, starting in the month of January, will start sending out your Star Achievers pins. We are going to recognize those pins. I can tell you, Star Achievers will have its privileges. Big time. Okay? Big time. There's going to be a few people on this call who trust what I'm saying, and they're going to really go out and build a star. They're going to see the difference. See, wouldn't it be awesome to go diamond on just star achiever volume alone? That means customers volume. It has nothing to do with how many distributors came into your organization. The purpose of network marketing is to build the network once and have the income residually come in. You do that through volume, not just through recruiting. So we want you to do both, but make your circle work. Make your circle work. I made sure that I ordered mine, okay, and I'm getting my customers on the Coffee Connoisseur program, because I can't go out and do CJM without having coffee. I can't go out and build it without that. And I don't do CJM now without having people who are there that I'm ready to service them. If they don't join up that night, guess what? I'm actually selling them their first 2 boxes of coffee at retail. Nobody walks out unarmed. Everybody's going to walk out armed. Either you bought it wholesale because you signed up, or you're buying it retail as a customer. Okay? That's the philosophy that you got to get in your mind. Okay? Right now. Become a star. Become a star achiever. That's the first step. Become a star achiever. Teach that same philosophy down through your organization. So I can tell you right now, February the 8th, when I come to Canada, Shane Moran and myself will do an event.
The reason why I want to touch on that tonight is just the reason why I believe they put that forward, the companies, making sure that you've got step 1 down. Step 1's very important to me, and Steve Martin at the event touched on that. It's set yourself up on the proper ownership. And like we said, I can see everybody's back office. I can see what's going on. So we've got to make sure that number 1 from there, that we have customers. Okay, and as Steve said, your customers, go out and use your list first, your 50 coffee drinkers, to attain them customers. But then everyone who says no to the business, they're your customers. And you never want to look past that, because what I found from my experience is that my customers have been my good distributors, or people who residually buy the product every month from a wholesale standpoint. So when we're looking at that step there, set yourself up on the proper order sheet. You want to write these numbers down. Number 1, what's the consumption in your household? Okay, and have this number down. This is so you know exactly what you need for your business. Number 1, your personal consumption. Number 2 is how much you're going to need for your retail customers. So I use the example that if you've got the 10 customers, which is step 2 says that you should get 10 customers, then you're going to need at least 20 boxes, because the average customer of me purchases 2 boxes. So you're going to need around 20 boxes there. Number 3 is how much you're going to wholesale. So if you start bringing in new distributors, new business partners, you're going to need product for those guys to get started. This is, again, refers back to the momentum, because if you haven't got any product and you start bringing in new distributors, it just slows down the whole process. They want to be sampling their friends and family. They want to be consuming the product. Okay, they want to be getting a testimonial. And number 4 is how much are you going to sample? Is I have people, and right now I only can work with a limited amount of people. I've got people who say they want to go sapphire, say they want to go diamond, and they're on the minimum. Okay, minimum purchase. Okay, and nothing wrong with that, because I was like that when I started. I started on 51 personal purchase, and then when it went to my requirement was 100, I was buying 101, 105. But then I understood that I needed product to build my business. Okay, I sampled all the time. I went out there and serviced customers. I made sure that I could wholesale my new stars as much product as they needed. And when I started becoming a star achiever, my business started growing and growing and growing and growing. And right now I'm a 6-star achiever. So I've been consistent with that. And we're not just saying become a star achiever so you can say you're a star achiever. I don't want you to hoard it in the back of your car. I don't want you to hoard it in your garage. I want you to go out there and let people try, buy, and become part of what we're doing with Organo Gold, because that's what's going to take it to the next level. Okay, we need people consuming, talking about, and sharing our product. And what we know with coffee is that people do that, but the key is to get it to the marketplace, to share it enough. Okay, be willing to give some free samples out, okay, to the right people, and in return get some feedback. How does it taste? How does it make you feel? Are you interested in the product, the business, or both? Do that enough. That's all I do. People ask me, what do you do? I do that every single day. And when we've been looking at these 30-day playbooks, which we're not going to go into today, a question that you're going to get asked on there is, how many samples are you going to give out a day? We've said this all along. Is be willing to sample 2 to 5 new people a day. Okay? Be willing to sample 2 to 5 new people a day. And what I say now is, once you start making the money, treat it like a business. Okay? If people say, well, I can't afford the Star Achiever, or I can't afford Gold Pack, go out and sell some product. Go out and sell product. Get your referrals. Build that community of coffee drinkers, because as you go out and do that more, watch your business grow. Okay, I'm not saying move away from recruiting or bringing in new business partners, but make sure that we've got the 10 serviceable customers, we're sampling, we've got enough to wholesale new starters. Because I can look on everyone's back office, I can see who's just talking and who's putting the action forward. And for me, Star Achiever is the key. And you want to recognize that within your group. Okay, the company's already said there a little bit about Holton speaking about it, that the company's going to recognize that, not only in terms of like watch and stuff like that, but I guarantee as the company grows, there'll be incentives based around that Star Achiever. So question tonight is, are you a Star Achiever? We might have some new calls who are still working through those promotional packs, but if we've got people who've been in the business over 4 weeks, let's put a plan together for that Star Achiever, and that starts from knowing your number there. So work out that number tonight. So what we're going to do, I want to have a little bit of a break before so I'm going to just quickly share a little bit of motivation here, a little bit of motivation that I used to listen to before the gym. But this can definitely transition into keeping motivated for this business. So what I'm going to say, it's going to be another short clip, but let's get everyone back on at 9. Have a coffee, take some spores, whatever you need to do, and get back on the call at 9, because what we've got coming up at 9 is just outstanding. It's going to show you how to close your home events correctly, how to close your events, how to get more people started effectively. And if this can duplicate through the team, I guarantee it's going to be a training that you don't forget. So we're going to play this, and we're all going to be back on at 9 o'clock, and I will post the link to the group.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
The margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. You got a dream. You got to protect it. You can't do something themselves until you can. You want something? Go get it. Pay for it.
Don't be afraid to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
You have to believe that something different can happen. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
That most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Deep down, ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy, no matter how crazy it may sound to the people.
Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
What did you say to the kid? It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit.
Right, we'll see you at 9 o'clock. Bye-bye.